ever thought what makes a language beautiful? A variety of languages we have all over the world, and each language is unique. Actually, language is like music. The style of delivering, endowed with peculiar sounds produced by alphabets, endowed with a particular grammatical structure, and the context for writing and for speaking all play a vital role in making a language attractive and melodious. In a survey, French was found to be the most attractive language in the world. About Italian, as said by Duchamp, Italian has a very few sounds that are not shared by other European languages and few consonant clusters, and it is yet the widely considered beautiful language. There may be tonal distinctions in the same language, dear children, in a single country as well. Well, there may be other reasons for a language to be felt beautiful and attractive by individuals, but here we are going to talk about the features which make English so beautiful. Yes, it's truly the unending list of figures of speech used by the poets, authors, and playwrights in English since ages, which has made English loved by all. In today's video, we are going to deal with two very interesting figures of speech used in English literature. That figures of speech are quite different from the parts of speech. Don't be mistaken. Parts of speech are those that you've learned as the categorization of words in English grammar. There are 8 parts of speech in English, namely noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Now, coming to the figures of speech, they are literary devices used by poets, authors in creating poems, stories, plays, etc. They make the piece of writing beautiful and appealing to listen to. Figures of speech can be said to be expressions that mean something different than the literal meaning of the words. It provides a special effect when the words and expressions are written in a particular way. Some of the figures of speech very commonly used in our daily life are as climbing the ladder of success, racking our brains, both of them being metaphors. Besides metaphors, we have similes, personifications, synecdoche, and many more in English language. In this page number 7 of your WPS book, you will understand the use of two very interesting figures of speech, alliteration and consonance. To begin with, we have alliteration. It creates a musical effect in the literary piece. Let's see what is alliteration. The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words is called alliteration. What happens? A series of words begin with the same sound. It's not essential that the words must start with the same letter, but the sound produced should be the same. For example, k sound can be produced by the letter K as well as CK as well as CH. alliteration creates a musical effect in the literary piece, thus enhancing the pleasure of reading a literary piece. It makes the reading and recitation of the poems very appealing. Let's have some lines here. A beautiful bouquet blossomed in the sun. Very clearly you can see the letter B and the sound B produced from the first letter B from three words in the first line. A beautiful bouquet blossomed in the sun. As well as the sound S has also been produced at two places in the same sentence. A beautiful bouquet blossomed in the sun. Isn't it very pleasurably spoken? The girl grabbed the golden goose and ran away. Listen to this beautiful one. She sells seashells on the seashore. Very interesting. Clara cleaned the kitchen carefully, finding cookies kept in the clean casket. Moving on, there are names of companies which demonstrate the use of alliteration. Coca-Cola, PayPal, Dunkin' Donuts, American Airlines, and many more. Names of authors as well as are there. William Wordsworth, Donald Duck, SpongeBob SquarePants. Hope you remember from the cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants. Marilyn Monroe. See the sentence here. Dog dug deep in the dark hole. A big bully brother beats a baby boy. The repetition of the sound B produced by the letter B. The colonel collected countless cucumber sandwiches. In this line, you have example of the repetition of the sound of C as well as the sound L. The sound C as it is being produced from the first letter of C in the words. So this line can be an example of alliteration. Besides, the sound L makes it an example of consonance as well. The secondary school walks wearily when wakened by volcanoes. Just see the use of the letter S and the sound V being produced by the alphabets. The secretary of the secondary school walks wearily when wakened by volcanoes. 7 sergeants sent special snacks to the surgeon. A very interesting sound of S is being produced here. Around the rugged rocks, the rugged rascal ran. The letter R is used here to produce the effect. Being the first letter, this is an example of alliteration. And a very interesting one for you right now. It's a tongue twister, a very famous one all over the world. Let's have it here. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. But it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. Then she bought a bit of better butter, better than the bitter butter, made her bitter batter better. So it was better, Betty Butter bought a bit of better bitter. Moving on. Consonance, yes. It refers to the repetitive sounds produced by the consonants in quick succession within a sentence or a phrase. So within a sentence, not necessarily at the beginning, okay? It can even come from the beginning. It can even be careful, it can even come from within the word. So, consonant sounds, wherever you see, it can be present at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of several successive words. The sculptor wisely disguised his circular sculpture. See the letter S. It has been used in the beginning of the word, and see the use of the sound Z, as in wisely, disguised. Here again, carefully. The sculptor wisely disguised his circular sculpture. So two sounds are being repeated here, the sound of S and the sound of Z. See the next one. Peter Piper presented a perfect point. She ate 7 shrimps on a sunny Sunday last year. As a consequence of much riding experience, Patience took the fence with much confidence. Here, Patience can be taken as the name of a girl. And here comes a very interesting tongue twister again for you, which is an example, a perfect example of consonant. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Isn't it interesting? On, the crow crowed while the baby cried. A blue whale gulped the blue balloon before the rescue. See the use of the sound of B in the sentence. And here comes the song which you already learnt years ago. Rain on the green grass and rained on the trees, rain on the rooftop but not on me. Recall? No? See the next one. When Willy Wonka went to White House, the royals greeted him in green attire. Very obviously, the sound of the letter W, that is W sound, and the sound of R coming from R are being produced. When Willy Wonka went to White House, the royals greeted him in green attire. The zoo was amazing, especially the lizards and chimpanzees. The sound is obvious. The colonel collected countless cucumber sandwiches. The letter C, as is used in 4 of the words, make it an example of alliteration, besides making an example of consonance as well. See the presence of the